Hello and welcome. This is Melskinner, and we're back with some more Neo Scavenger. And at the moment, I'm just moving along the coastline here and seeing what we can find. And it looks like we're far enough away from the city at this point that we are getting good scavenging opportunities. Okay, there's somebody here, but it looks unarmed, although he does have some clothing on, possibly not having shoes. So not really worth trying to rob him. Okay, we have some destroyed office buildings. So let's go ahead and loot this. We'll continue to use our lighter while we have two. Okay, we found a couple things here that might be very useful. First aid kit. Okay, that backpack is not as good as the one we have. We have some water we could pick up. We have another plastic bottle. I might even just take the plastic bottle so we can make more noise traps when we camp. And we have big string, but not small string. U.S. spies. U.S. citizen Roger McGill was killed by Xinhua. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce that. Protectors in Beijing, Saturday, after allegedly infiltrating an unmarked office tower. Okay, so I don't know if that's relevant to us, but okay. Nothing in. I'm going to take the water, though, so we have something we can do there. We have a saucepan, not as good as the one we have. All right, doesn't look like there's anything else here worth taking a look at, so let's go ahead and scavenge the other building. And if it pays off like that one did, we'll be in good standing. Okay, we found another first aid kit. Which we're going to empty out, and we're going to take the clean rags, as many as we can carry. We have another bit of water. And we have a full water bottle. Let's take a look at what is in there. It's sterilized water. So let's move that on down. I'm going to empty this bottle out. I think we have more than enough water, and I don't want the weight of the water. The water's, fairly heavy, and it adds up, so we don't want to become burdened, and we're getting close to that level, so I'm just going to leave that be. Okay. Nothing else jumps out at me as being something that we're really interested in. All right, let's go ahead and end our turn. All right, we're going to stick with the coast. Hop up on top of here. Okay, we have a dude with a crowbar. I'm going to leave him alone. Let's just go over here and end our turn. I mean, he might have had something worth taking. Let's go ahead and scavenge here. Let's use our lighter. Increase the chance for loot. Which all we found was a dead squirrel and a squirrel snare. Well, the dead squirrel might prove good for us because our hunger state right now. So you know what? Let's go ahead and craft here. Let's grab our multi-tool. Dead squirrel. Confirm. We get a chunk of meat. Not in great condition, but we'll eat it now. So let's go ahead and start up. I'm out of curiosity. Can you do anything with sunlight to cook? And let's say a saucepan. All right, it was worth a try. Okay, let's put that back. We're going to need a fire, so let's build one. Fortunately, getting sticks and things takes no time. And trapping. Firm. Clear out that. We don't need that anymore. We do need the trapping skill. Not really either. And all we need is a small fire to cook this meat, so that's what we're going to do. Firm. And then we're just going to eat it. Okay, well, we could take the squirrel snare with us. That is a means of apparently getting food. I don't actually know how this thing works. I don't know if you just leave it in a spot and eventually a squirrel may show up and get snared by it. But I think it is worth a try. It is a fairly big item, though, so But next time we camp, when we go to sleep, I might put that snare down. Oh, okay. It's going to be tricky to stick it in our pack. How can I better set up my inventory to allow for it? Well, we can take this and these items, shift them a bit. We put that up there. We put this right there. Again, it's a big item, but that's not too bad. All right, so that's all we really want to do here, I think. And let's move on. Okay, so I'm going to move here, and I'm going to move on top of the hill. All right, we have the dude with the crowbar. He does look like he has shoes, one of them being a flip-flop. Maybe worth attacking him for that, but I'm going to leave him alone. As far as I'm concerned, if he doesn't attack me, I'm fine. So let's go ahead and end our turn. And off he goes. I think we have... What is going on here? This is the first time I've seen that. All right, anyway. I hope that's not the sign of a bug for this game. It's the first time I've ever seen that. All right, we've got a crumbling apartment building. Let's go ahead and scavenge it. And we're going to continue to use our lighter, which is almost out of fuel at this point. Okay, a bunch of stuff here. A bottle full of soda. I'm going to go ahead and just drink the soda now. There are downsides of using or drinking soda because the caffeine makes you like overheat for whatever reason. So let's go ahead and top off our string. And I think we're good outside of that. I don't see anything else here. Let's go ahead and go back to our scavenging. Okay, continue to use the lighter as long as we can. Okay, we've got ourselves a big backpack, but I'm sorry, a big sleeping bag, which in theory we could carry. I would have to make room for it, and that would be challenging for sure. I'd have to move a lot of my bottles around and things like that. Might not be worth it. I'll have to think about it though. Let's take a look at what else we've got though. Okay, we've got a better shirt. So we'll be replacing that shirt with this one. Okay, we've got a tarp. We've got a lighter. We're going to be taking that for sure. All right, that's everything I see for now. Let's go ahead and do the last bit of scavenging here. So we're going to use up the last of this lighter if we can. Okay, nothing found. All right. Still have a little bit of charge left with the lighter. So I think the bigger sleeping bag is going to be more profitable to us than some of this other stuff that we have. So let's just try and figure out how we can carry this. As far as I can see, this should do... Oh, wow. That's a lot bigger than I thought. You know what? Screw it. There's no way we're going to be able to carry that and carry all the other stuff that we like to carry. So I'm going to just ignore the big sleeping bag. I mean, it would be good for us because it's going to allow us to get good quality sleep, but not at the expense of all the stuff that we want to carry. So it's just going to stay where it is for now. It's a little bit of a bummer, but oh well. We'll move on. Okay, I think that's everything we want here. I'm happy with this other lighter. That's going to be nice for us, and it's going to continue to allow us to scavenge here as I'd like. Okay, now we're here. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and scavenge. Start things off. These usually have a high likelihood of loot. Finish off that lighter. Okay. Cargo pants, but they're not any better shape than we have here. We do have a patchwork hide tunic, and I know from experience you can put this over top your other things. Now, this does obscure your pocket, so you can't necessarily access what's in there. We have a pipe wrench. We're not going to be picking that up. First off, it is... Yeah, it's not in good condition, so we're not going to worry about it. All right. But that was a good find, and this is in fairly good condition. Now, I am burdened now, because this is heavy. But we are going to be lightening our load here in a little bit. as we'll be setting up a camp. So let's go ahead and start doing that. First things first, let's see if we can find a camp that is of appropriate size. I think this is big enough, to be honest with you. So let's go ahead and put this there, and we'll, not that. This, there we go. And we'll put that here. So we're no longer burdened because we have lightened our load a little bit. We're now going to go and craft the other things we need for a camp. Sticks. Grab this, grab trapping. Now we have a fire. Put that up there. Get rid of this. Now we have fire. Okay. We'll put that in our camp. And finally, our shelter. Well, not finally. We're going to also want to do... Oh, I was right. This is big enough. We're also going to want to do some traps here. So, going back in here, we should have at least a couple empty bottles. And I can make more empty bottles because I will be drinking some water, I think, here fairly soon. And heart. Firm, clear. Firm, clear. Put both of these in our spot here. So very high alertness. We can fill that up, though, if we want to. Let me go ahead and drink some of our water because we are a little thirsty. And that gives us another bottle to use. So we'll go ahead and craft one more noise trap. I don't see a problem with doing this, as it allows us to be more secure, higher chance we'll wake up, and stop people from coming in and stealing our noise traps. Bastards. Okay. So that's going to be everything we need here. Now, it is possible with this caffeine high that we will overheat, but I think we're pretty much good to go as far as everything goes in our camp. So what I may do real quick is just hide our tracks, and then we're going to go ahead and go to our camp and sleep. Okay, so I crashed a bit after the caffeine high, but that we shouldn't be overheating anymore, so that's good. Let's go ahead and go back into the crafting menu here so that we can see the state of our fire and make sure that it's nice and high at all times. Okay, put that in there. And sleep again. Something approaches as you slumber. Okay, I have no options right now. Let's take a look at our camp. They didn't take anything. Doesn't look like anything is missing. So whoever was here came and went. So I guess we're just going to go ahead and again rebuild our fire. We got some sleep there. Don't they know I have insomnia? Why are they bugging me in my sleep? Okay, someone showed up again. Let's search for them. Okay, it's one of these guards, so we're going to want to talk to them so that we don't have a fight here. Now, they're armed with the same thing we are, but they probably have body armor too, so this is more than likely not going to go in our favor. Now, honestly, they're blind right now, so we are at an advantage. And we could empty some shots into them and attempt this, but honestly, I think we're better off if we just offer to talk here, because these guys are not really... Alright, was at the 55 by the 2-0. He stopped speaking into our radio, disappointed at the interruption. What do you need? Okay, so... let's ask him about the swamp. What's the story with the swamp? Chemical wash, he responds quickly. Nobody's permitted down there. Highly toxic. Yeah, but why? Some crops got out of control back in the day, had to burn them with chemicals. His radio pipes up, and he turns slightly from you. Then he walks away. speaking into the mic. So, as I said, we could fight that guy, but honestly, I don't think it's a good idea. It might have been who showed up earlier, so let's go ahead and build back up our fire as it has died down a little bit. Now, I really am not too happy with the fact that this guy keeps interrupting our sleep, but it is what it is. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to sleep. Okay. Same guy. Oh, I guess we just went right back to sleep. Alright, well, we got through the night without too much complications. Our fire did burn out, though, so we're going to have to end our turn. Okay, it's morning, so just so I don't forget, I'm going to go into the camp, grab that, and we're going to put it back in our inventory, because there's always a risk that I'll forget. Okay, now that we've done that, let's go through and dismantle our camp. So, honestly, I'm thinking about just leaving the squirrel snare. I don't think that it's going to profit us too much. To take it with us, and it, you know, it's going to weigh us down and take up a lot of our inventory space. So, yeah, not really interested. And at this point, I'm actually a little bit tempted to go back and try and get that better sleeping bag, but I don't know if it's worth it. Let's go ahead and put this lighter somewhere where it is going to be less in our way. And let's get the parts and the string. So, without the snare, we're okay as far as being burdened. So, that's another reason why I just want to leave it behind. We also have a little less water on our person as well, because we drank some of it. Alright, I'm going to move on, but is there more that we can scavenge? It says that there is. Did we already scavenge this once? Alright, I'll scavenge it again if it lets me. Okay, we found... Well, there we go. We found ourselves a meal here, as we have a soup can with actual soup in it. And another pipe wrench, but again, I'm not going to take that. That's not kind of what we're going for. Do we want to eat this now? I mean, we are hungry and thirsty, but we don't necessarily have to eat it now. Will it burden us? No, not yet, it won't. Alright. Let's move on. I'm going to keep that in my inventory for the meantime, but there's a possibility I will just go over to the woods somewhere where I can scavenge, and we will work to get ourselves berries and mushrooms and things. Okay. Hopefully it'll be morning soon. Okay, well, here's a good opportunity to go ahead and scavenge. We're going to scavenge the forest. We're going to use our botany skill. And what the heck? We'll use a little bit of our lighter to give ourselves a better chance. All right, that didn't work. Uh-oh, the crazies are around. All right, well, I'm going to give this another shot in the other woods, but we are going to want to get out of here fairly soon because, as I said, one of these crazy monks are in the area. Okay, we're going to use our botany skill. I'm not going to use the lighter now. Okay, we don't find anything. That's unlucky. Okay, this guy might come over and be a problem. All right. Well, it looks like we're going to have a fight on our hands, but I'm going to go ahead and leave that for the next video. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.